Good afternoon and welcome to today's edition of Quays News at 3. Striking university staff have no update on talks with employers, days after pausing industrial action. The University and College Union announced strikes over pay, conditions and pensions, but postponed this week's actions, claiming significant progress during talks. Today the union told Quays News they'll await further outcomes in the coming weeks.
I'm sure that there are people who are relieved that they didn't have to go on strike this week. That's the truth. Many people will be relieved they didn't have to go on strike. But having made the decision to strike, this big decision, and then to be called down without apparently having won very much, at least at this stage, is, I can only speak personally, somewhat frustrating. President Putin is holding a rally in Moscow. It follows South Africa joining Russia and China in military exercises. Meanwhile, world leaders gathered at the Munich Security Conference. The war in Ukraine led the agenda, but NATO Security Secretary Jens Stoltenberg also spoke about wider security concerns.
What is happening in Europe today could happen in Asia tomorrow. So the war in Ukraine demonstrates that security is not regional, it is global.
A new expedition has opened up in the Lowry that aims to celebrate the stories and experiences of LGBTQ+ people in Salford. Emma Underwood, the Equality, Inclusion and Diversity Manager at the Lowry, said most people are aware of the LGBTQ+ people at this point, but what they're not aware of are the intricacies of people's lives. The exhibit aims to do this through an interactive display where people can write their experiences and pin them on a map. There is no sign of a resolution in an ongoing dispute between the Premier League and Manchester City. The league accused City of breaking their financial rules and regulations over 100 times. These allegations are dated between the years 2009 and 2018. It had been suggested that the league could try to take away their domestic trophies, but this is unlikely. City hopes to avoid any serious repercussions and that their historic achievements are untainted.
I don't foresee a situation by where City adopt 30 points ahead of the start of the campaign, but I think a 9, 10, 12, 15 point deduction is certainly viable and, I will add, completely warranted if they are to be found guilty.
Meanwhile, the big weeks are back for Manchester United. While the sale of the club continues, Erik ten Hag is preparing his players for tomorrow's game with Barcelona, followed by the EFL Cup final on Sunday. Supporters are hoping glory days are around the corner, but there's opposition to a Qatari takeover of Old Trafford.
You know, where the Qatar is, I think it's just about money, like the Glaziers. I don't know the way they treat people and, you know, slave labour and everything else. I think they'll cause uproar there. A lot of United fans don't really want them in here because of that. And, you know, the World Cup, you know, if you're gay, you know, what's all, you know, it's 2023. Live and let live sort of thing, you know. That's the way I look at it.
Thanks for joining us. You can catch our live radio show at 5.